In the following short video, we are going through the index tab History. Under History, you can see 8 further index tabs where results and events can be reviewed. The first one is Analysis Results. Here you can see the list of all analysis results that are stored in the database. In this list you have columns for date time, measurement order, status, user, device, measurement method, batch number and lot number. There is an option to filter each column and to search for a specific number, a specific date, user or method. Date time indicates when the analysis was started. The measurement order is a unique number generated by the PremierGuard system. The status indicates if an analysis passed the defined specs or not, or if an analysis was cancelled. The user shows who started the analysis. If empty, it means that the analysis was started by the standard sequence. The device shows which software or scheduler was used to start the analysis. The measurement method shows which method was used, which also indicates the sample point. Batch and lot numbers will show the automatic generated numbers. Now, for instance, you can filter for a specific batch of tank B. Therefore, we click here on this filter. B was already selected before. In case we enter A, we would filter for A. Going back to B, we get all batch analysis listed for tank B. Once we have found the desired number, we select it and click on Fill on the right hand side. Now we could select single components or all. We select all and now we can click on Export or Show to review the results. By clicking Show, this new window appears where we can see the list of components, the unit and the values of each component. The next index tab is Calibrations. Under Calibration, you can see the list of all calibration results that are stored in the database. In this list you have columns for date time, measurement order, status, user, device, measurement method and mode. Date time shows you when the calibration was started. The measurement order is again a unique number generated by the PremierGuard system. The status indicates if a calibration was successful or not, or if a calibration was cancelled. The user shows who started the calibration. Empty means that the analysis was started by the scheduler. The device shows which software or scheduler was used to start the calibration. Under Index tab Sensitivity, you can review the trend of the sensitivities, such as lower and upper detection limits of the different components. You can filter for span gas cylinders and display the evolution of the sensitivities within one gas cylinder, which gives you an idea about the stability of the gas cylinder mixture. In this list you can see date time, measurement order, status, user, device, and the gas cylinder. You can see that we have 4 entries with the same time, with the same order number, but different span gas cylinders. This means that there was one full calibration performed using 4 different cylinders, and the same applies here. For instance, we could now apply the filter to check span gas 1 cylinder. We can filter like this, and then we can select both span gas 1 entries, and now we click fill on the right hand side, and the components of this cylinder will be loaded into the window. Now we could select only a single component or all, like we do now, and then we select here if we want to check sensitivity, lower detection limit, upper detection limit. We are now interested in lower detection limit, and now we click show. In the new window we can now see the evolution. In this case we just have 2 entries with minimum and maximum lower detection limit, for instance. Under the index tab PDF printouts, you can find a list with all certificates of analysis that are stored in the database. Every time a COA is requested, the PDF version is stored into the database. In this list you have columns for PDF ID, measurement order, batch number, lot number, FA limit, and printout. The PDF ID is a unique identity number generated by the PremierGuard system that is required for the fill log. The measurement order is the unique number generated by the PremierGuard system. Batch and lot numbers are shown, the used numbers within the COA. The FA limit is a specific number for the fill log which is equal to the grade ID number. And under printout, you have the view link in order to view the certificate. For instance, here we do have a batch analysis. When we click view, we can see the PDF version of the last batch analysis. Under index tab gas cylinders, you can find a list of all used zero and span gas cylinders. In this list, you have columns for name, the cylinder number, the date of filling, the date of expiration, date of exchange, date of installation, active time, date of first use, date of last use, and the total days in use. The name is a pre-configured and indicates what the cylinder is used for. The cylinder number is stated on the bottle itself and on the certificates. Date of filling and date of expiration are also stated on the certificates of the bottles. Date of exchange means the date and time when the cylinder was replaced by a new one. As date of installation, we understand the date and time when the new cylinder was added to the database. Active time, in seconds, is the calculated time where gas from this cylinder was supplied to the analyzers. This gives you an idea about the consumption. Date of first use states when the cylinder was supplying one of the analyzers for its first time. And the date of last use indicates when the cylinder was used the last time for a calibration. Total days in use shows for how long the cylinder has been used. Under Index tab, User Access Log, you can see the list of log-ins and log-offs of every user. The list contains date and time in the first column and the information which user logged in or logged off the system in the second column. Under Index tab Failures, you can see the list of warnings and errors that were saved into the database. The list contains date and time, type of alarm, code, a failure name, an additional failure message, on and off, which means if the failure appeared or disappeared, the history ID, and a help link under info. Also within this table, you can filter for codes, types, names, messages, and so on. Under Index tab Events, you can see the list with the system logs. The list contains an ID, date and time, and the event. Every sample point selection, every analysis step, and every connection to internal or external equipment is saved as an event.